so glad that you are here. Your authentic self. We hear this conversation, this commentary on you and your authentic self being enlivened, being emboldened to literally be your new GPS in the workplace. But what do we mean by this term, authentic self? Here's what I want you to know. Your authentic self is the self within you that actually has the aspects that are your unique selling point. Oftentimes we hear about this in the business world, right? We think about companies or brands that have a unique selling proposition, a unique selling point that makes it essential that they not imitate anybody else or any other company, and that they not apologize for who they are and what they contribute on their own terms. But when it comes to us as brand ambassadors for our own personal careers, our own brand as individuals in the workplace who are living and working and performing in the workplace in ways that are in keeping with who you really are as an individual, this all of a sudden becomes something that seems impossible. It seems to be something that we believe will literally undermine our ability to perform and evolve professionally. This commentary, this vlog, dedicated to your authentic self, becoming something that you're clear about, not only emboldening and taking a stand for, but leveraging to incorporate in your professional career and in the role and way that you lead and work with your teammates. Here's what I want you to know about your authentic self. It's who you really are. It's the truth. It's the uniqueness about your gender, about your background, your lifestyle choices. It's about your culture. It's the things about yourself that quite often and quite frankly in work company situations and cultures where there seems to be a tone of disrespect for these different areas of people's identity, we tend to want to sweep it under the corner. We tend to literally want to kind of get away as far from that as possible, as opposed to standing in who we are. And when we do so, we fundamentally cripple ourselves to not only be happy at work, but to literally be leaders, to literally be able to deliver our best innovation, our best ideas, and our ability to create workplace cultures where there's collaboration. So you, step number one, taking a stand and being really clear about the aspects of yourself that you feel as though you've had to not incorporate into your workplace performance. I'm inviting you to be aware that those things are essential, not only for your well-being, but because it actually allows you to work and interact with your team members in a way that contributes ideas and contributes a culture where people are able to think critically and think creatively. And of course, when we know these are optimal ways of thinking critically and creatively, that's where innovation and productivity takes place. So your authentic self, step number one, and you're being clear about who that is and what that is, bringing that to the table. Step number two, your authentic self is a self that in many regards you become unclear about because you're so busy oftentimes working to fit into a mainstream culture of the do's and the don'ts of the way everyone else does it, that you've lost the sight and the understanding that who you are, how you do things, how you think about things, how you move in the world is actually valid and actually is able to contribute far more than you know when you bring that back to the table in the workplace culture. And step number three about your authentic self in the workplace context is that it's time that you begin to understand and value all of these areas about yourself and be bold and capable of shining these things forward in your workplace culture with the intentionality of inviting other people to be at ease and to feel accepted and safe and inspired enough where they can be themselves and also bring their best ideas to the table and the culture as well to make an optimal collaborative team and culture that we know is possible when there are authentic cultures that honor authentic selves of our workplace team leaders and employees.